Hello and welcome back to our nice Federation vessel, which is currently being pirated by a Mr. Riker. I'm pretty sure he may or may not have usurped Picard at some point. Then again, I mean, attempting to usurp Picard generally doesn't go down well, and you know, Riker's still alive, so it's questionable. Anyway, we can either go to a pirate-controlled sector or a rock-controlled sector, given that, although I know we're on a crusade against pirates, they're boring, we're gonna go to a rock-controlled sector and see what we got over here. Plus, I mean, this is almost the homeland of Brian, so, you know, I feel like Brian would like to be back with his people, even though his people have a particularly aggressive stance towards alien races trespassing in their space. I have this strange feeling that I'm an alien race trespassing through someone's space. I don't think they're gonna like this. Oh, hello. Asteroid field. The captain of a rock freighter lost in the asteroid field hails you. Our coordinates led us here, but only death greets us. What must be, death to all. You power up the battle systems and wonder how long they've been stuck here. Actually, if they've gotten to the point of that form of philosophy, they may have been stuck here for a concerningly long time. I mean, unfortunately for them, they don't actually have enough weaponry to take down our ship at all. Well, kind of. I mean, if they got some good hits and timed everything right with an asteroid, then they could get the laser in there. But at the same time, I think you can tell that they're already being torn to terrible Swiss cheese by a million asteroids. Oh, that felt good. I mean, our ship barely did anything. We just kept their shields offline. So beautiful. Good job, guys. Oh, yeah, we still have to charge the FTL. Just ignore me, asteroid field. It'll be fine. I feel the necessity to stop off at a store, by the way. We happen to have very low hull, and a store is a good place to get some hull. The rock tolerate few aliens in their space, but even they seem to respect the wisdom of the Zoltan. A few of them have established a trading post in the husk of an abandoned capital ship. Well, that's nice. I like the Zoltan. I agree with the Zoltan. They're the green guys with the super shields. I don't argue with Zoltan very often. When I do, it usually ends in their death. But I mean, outside of that, I don't really argue with them more than twice a week. There's a lot of dead Zoltan out there. What is this? The burnt-out hull of a rock mine layer drifts by. Behind the wreck drifts a live mine, an automated drone that drills into ships' hulls before exploding. It locks onto your ship's signatures and heads your way. Evasive maneuvers! The ship's turning circle proves too wide and the mine bites down onto the hull. You can hear it now, chewing through the armor. This is not good. Data, you're gonna need to go out there and defuse the bomb. I'm sorry. I know that you wanted to live more than like a few minutes, but unfortunately, there's a bomb that needs to be defused. Cross yourself, Data. Oh no. Your crew member dons a spacesuit and exits the airlock. When they open up the mine housing, though, they panic. The red or the blue? Oh, Data, can't you just use one of your, like, amazing robot brain powers to, like, discern which one's the right one? Just cut the blue one. Oh, Lord! The weapon detonates. Everything goes dark. The bridge illuminated by flames. Pouring through the hull, your bomb disposal volunteers spinning off towards the sun. You put the fires out and prepare to move on. Hal? Data? Data! What did you do to Hal? Oh my word, I get it. Data, in the last moments before cutting the wire, threw Hal in front of him so he wouldn't take the brunt of the explosion. Data, how dare you? You were given that mission. Hal was not supposed to die during that mission. You were supposed to die, Data. Oh, I'd send him out the airlock, but we really need him. It's kind of important. What is this? It looks quiet, but you realize your computer is being scanned. A hidden rock vessel hails you. Why do you fill your computer with lies? Well, because, I mean, if we filled them with truths, and then you scanned and hacked our computer, then you'd actually figure out legitimate things. I just feel like it's more secure if we just only ever keep lies in our database. These are not the holy words. Before you can interject, they open fire. Oh, good for you, Mr. Rockman. You seem to have the same basic setup as the last rock ship we met. Meaning that it's actually a pretty pathetic ship overall. Brian, you are no longer a shield manager due to the unfortunate, untimely death. I'm sorry, murder of Hal. You're gonna be the weapons person. You'll be fine, Brian. Don't worry about it. They only target the weapons half the time. That's a lot of the time, by the way. Brian's dead. It's over. Being the weapons expert is a pretty terrible job to have in the Federation. It does have to be said. Man, these guys ain't got nothing on us. They're pathetic. Goodbye, Mr. Rock Scout. I'm sure you felt good about your existence up until the point that we blew you up. But, unfortunately, you get nothing. Nothing at all except fiery, fiery death, which one would argue is actually a thing. Hello. You exit the jump surrounded by dirt and rocks. Before long, a blast is deflected by our shields, but that was no asteroid. Pirates? Well, I mean, once again, it seems that the pirates have the same basic setup as the other two rock ships. Is this like a standard design for rock vessels to have like a single shooting laser and then ow? Ow, that was unnecessary. Look, I understand that you're kind of insecure about the fact that your ships are terrible, but that's no reason to go around trying to blow up our oxygen. I mean, Data, very thankfully, fixed the oxygen system, which, I mean, that's not something that'll necessarily happen with Data. I mean, he doesn't actually require oxygen. He just found it in the goodness of his heart. Sorry, the goodness of his circuit boards, that, he could actually fix the oxygen for all of us organic and questionably organic creatures. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Brian. Questionably organic. And that pirate's dead, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you were questioning it, but we fought two ships that were basically the same thing previously. It's really... I mean, it doesn't get much more complex. It has to be said. Well, let's just keep adventuring. We're just gonna go... I mean, the entire thing is just we need to go around to as many star systems as we can in every event. Does this ship have the same armaments? Are you serious? Oh my word. You encounter a small craft with minimal propulsion. Its rock crew members explain that the rock homeworld is run on lies and propaganda that keep the populace in check, and they want no part of it. Well, unfortunately for you, we have nothing but lies in our database, but I mean, we can give you our lies. Tell them their god sent them here to join your crew. Promise to share with them the truths they've been denied. Given that they ran away from the lies of the rock homeworld, it's probably best that we give them the truths they were denied. They seem tempted by our offer, but decide they can't risk being lied to again. They close frequencies and jump away. That's probably for the best because, I mean, I didn't actually have any truths to give you. Maybe Data knew a few facts, but I wouldn't trust Data. He's already killed one of our crew members. He may be out to kill more people. You know, Data may be some form of absolutely terrible mass murderer. I never thought about that, but that could be a thing. As soon as you arrive, you hear the telltale sound of a teleporter and shouts reverberating through the ship. Prepare to burn, fleshy meat sack aliens. Hey! Look now, Brian is not a fleshy meat sack alien. Brian happens to be a very non-fleshy meat sack alien. You guys also chose the worst place to try to fight us. I mean, come on, going for the med bay? I mean, I guess as an initial maneuver, it kind of makes sense. So, you know, if you could possibly jump the med bay fast enough, you could break it before, we actually got a chance to hole up in there, but that did not appear to actually work in your favor. We're just gonna vent the oxygen instead of actually dealing with this. Riker, you're gonna need to head back over to the command station because we kind of need to get out of here. These guys are pathetic. They're worthless. Mr. Shirai of the Rocks, Not a chance, kid. Not a chance. Riker? Riker, I don't mean to be that guy. We got another solar flare coming, and I really don't want to see that solar flare hit our ship. Ah, perfect. It appears the distress beacon... There was a distress beacon? Wait. I didn't even know there was a distress beacon. Maybe we should take a bit more time in considering where we're going to go. At the same time, I'm probably not going to do that. That's not going to happen. Your sensors pick up a single life form. You found a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, it seems he's been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. Data? Data. Sorry. Data. Please go up to the man. Place one hand on either of his temples and squeeze. If he pops like a melon, unfortunately, he's not going to be part of our crew. If he somehow withstands the onslaught of Data, pressing up against both of his temples with robot hands, then he deserves to be part of our crew. Bring him back on board. It seems he was in worse health than we first thought. He collapses on the trip up to the ship. Doesn't look like he's gonna make it. Well, at least he didn't kill anyone on the way there. That's always a bonus. I do enjoy that. When my crew doesn't die. Okay, so this one is also a distress beacon. Just saying. Ooh. You locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. They are setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out. Data, I don't necessarily trust that Rock won't be infected by this. I don't know what sort of biological parts are in a Rock crew member. I really don't know anything about the physiology of rocks. So, I do understand the physiology of robots, and they are not infected by such viruses. So if you could go down and calm the infected, that'd be great. With no fear of catching the disease, your NG crew member helps reassure and organize the infected humans, calmed by its extensive knowledge of human physiology, which Data, of course, uses to kill his victims. The infected submit to the quarantine in the hopes that a cure can be found soon. The colony leader offers a reward to help prevent for helping prevent an ugly incident. Well, thank you. I quite appreciate that reward. Data, you don't get to keep it for yourself. It's for the ship. Come on now. Data wants to amass all of the resources and create his own empire. Data has basically decided that he's going to be the king of the ship from the engine bay, which is actually, admittedly, a pretty good place to be the king of the ship from. I mean, you kind of really need that engine bay. What at first seemed to be a simple nebula is actually filled with a good amount of debris from a brutal exchange between several ships. Wreckage drifts by our screen and tumbles into the depths of the nebula to be lost to sight. It's hard to determine who the combatants were without closer investigation. Well, closer investigation it is. I do not hide from things, thank you very much. You scan the battlefield and find little remains. Disappointed, you prepare to jump. Okay, fine. Fine, we don't get anything nice. Looks like the rebel fleet's almost on us. Oh, we could have gotten to this star and then heading over here. Who knows? This star could have been like 7 crew members and 1 billion scrap. That never happens, but you know, maybe one day. One day that could happen. Oh, look, the NG homeworlds. I mean, we could choose between NG homeworlds or Mantis homeworlds. And when you really think about it, there's really no choice in there. I don't like Mantis. I like Mantis when they're working with me. Well enough. When they don't try to kill the crew. I mean, admittedly, Data has tried to kill more members of the crew than any Mantis crew member has as of yet. But still, you can't necessarily trust a Mantis. It has to be said. But for now, that will bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. As has been said, we're heading to an NG homeworld next. We'll probably keep a bit of scrap for now and see what's on the other side. But until then, thanks for watching and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.